good evening. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about business credit. So I've given you guys some guides: field inspection, notary loan signing. I have quite a few guides that will be free to get you started. Now, as you build and you keep building, obviously you're going to need more information, or you're going to take the next step. I hope that you're taking the information. So if you've gotten the field inspection guide, congratulations. If you've gotten the notary signing guide, congratulations. The medical courier guide, I will be dropping that. I have a lot of information on that. I got started in that probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago almost. Was my first contract was almost 3 years ago actually. But anyway, I'll get that to you as well and drop that in my link, and you'll be able to grab that. So I do have another explicit guide that's going to be coming out for the field inspections, and that is going to be the high paying ones and the details and the states that are involved with those. So when you're talking about field inspections, and the higher paying ones, that requires more work, but it's always going to be based on your geographic location. So if you're wondering, like how everybody always saying they got all this, my list for my inspections, and I dropped the name that I'm working with in the guide. So I shared that with you guys. And they just dropped more inspections. So I'm in New Jersey. If you're wondering like where I'm at, I'm in New Jersey. So your state might not have none. So you have to build differently. So that's why it's going to be important when I ask you where state you're in. It's based on what's available. If you're living out in the boondocks and there's no commercial locations too much in your state, then okay, we have to build a little differently. So you understand, so the plan becomes different. But with that, if you're building and we now have our business established, or you have your EIN, your notary, you have your EIN, your field inspection, if you're doing that as a side hustle, you've branched all of this into one business under one EIN, you're business to business, you're a 1099 contractor. Great. Okay, you have a business name. Great. You have a business location. Great. If you don't have a location, I do have some links for virtual locations that you can sign up for that are actually valid, and your mail can go there. You're valid on Google, all of that, and you have your Google set up as well. That's another thing. Great. We have all this. Now you should be established and building your business credit. So your personal finances should be separate. And this might be the first time you're hearing this. Your personal finances should be separate. So your business, when you're going to purchase your paper, your supplies, your printer, all of that stuff, that should be separate. It should be a business expense on your business card. So if your business name is, mine is MBT Solutions, that's my business name, my business card, my car, my registration, things like that are in my business name. Listen, when I learned that, and I started building it plays a huge difference in the way you move forward. So building business credit, and it's not as hard as you think. So I do have a business credit guide, and I put together that you're going to start with the vendors, and then you're going to scale up and build. I promise you, if you get yourself your computer, use your laptop, whatever you need to use, and you develop a spreadsheet, and you're going to go through, list the vendors that I put on there, and apply with those vendors. You're going to purchase every 30 days. You're going to purchase, and you're going to pay off that purchase within 10 to 15 days, if not sooner. As you purchase, it's only going to take you about 90 days to get a paydex score. Not even. You can get a paydex score in almost 30 to 60 days. I got mine really quick. Once you get that paydex score, then you can move on to start applying for business credit cards. And by business credit cards, I'm talking about like Home Depot, Lowe's, different things like that. All the store cards, gas cards, because all of us use gas. Wouldn't it be nice to have your purchases on one card for your gas? And then you're paying off that card, and the limit be a pretty good limit. Like, even if it's $5,000, it's $5,000 a month that you're paying and dedicating on that card for your business expenses. So grab the business credit guide and start building if you have not. If you have an EIN, you need your EIN to do this. You want to be doing this because it's going to report to Dun & Bradstreet and to the business credit bureau. So just like we have personal credit bureaus, there are business credit bureaus. So I'm not going to get into all of that, but I do want you to grab the guide and start getting started, because I'm going to start, teaching what I know on it and what works for me. So grab your guide and let's get started. 2026 is here and we're building. Let's go.